Yeah. So firstly, I'm going on this website. ओके। जिसको भी इंग्लिश थोड़ा बहुत भी नहीं आता है या उसको कहीं भी मतलब हिंदी में जानना हो या कुछ भी, वो तुरंत अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड यू कैन आस्क मी। ओके, क्योंकि जब मैं स्क्रीन शेयर करता हूँ तो मैं नहीं देख पाता चैट बेसिकली। तो प्रीवियस प्रोजेक्ट में ये हुआ था कि मोस्टली लोग चैट पे डाल रहे थे सर यहाँ पे समझा दो हिंदी में भी, क्योंकि जब मैं स्क्रीन शेयर करता हूँ तो चैट नहीं देख पाता हूँ कि मतलब चैट में क्या आ रहा है बेसिकली। तो आप कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो, कोई भी कंसर्न हो, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड अब स्पीक अप। आप बीच में कभी भी आप पूछ सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। ओके, लेट्स लेट मी शेयर माय स्क्रीन फर्स्ट। Okay, so I'm sharing this link first. Okay, so please open this link. So whatever the in a previous project, okay, you are not able to copy the text and whatever I am sharing. So this one I have created doc file. I'm sharing in the chat here. Okay, so please open this link, and whatever I will use the CSS site and everything, I will copy here so you can easily copy in your system. Okay, let me check the anyone with the link. Okay, this was the issue. Everyone can able to access this doc file.
No, Ashish, actually it is asking for permission.
Now just
Permission मांग रहा
open again. I have removed the instruction here from there.
है. अच्छा.
Okay, this is the purpose. Only people with the access can open the link. Can I check this now? Let me share again this link. So this is the our API basically. Okay. So everyone log in on this system. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So who are not logging, so just please open this site again. If you are already this user, just logged in. Just otherwise, just sign up. Okay. If you see the below, so if below here also we have the option. Okay. So if you see the how we'll get this, this is the our response. Okay. So on the documentation here, you can see this is the authentication process. So every website, every third party, when you will go for the basically integration, so first check the authentication process. What is the authentication process of this the third party system? So if you see, he given the three authentication process. You can use one of them. Okay. First, this is the our main website. This is the our main. Okay. After that, he asking a queue required keyword. Then API key you can pass in the URL as well. Otherwise, you can use your authentication process. You can add X hyphen API hyphen key in your header. So this is the your API key. Okay. Other things you can use authorization keyword in your header and add as a value this one. Okay. Then other here we have the everything. So just click on the top headline. So here, if you want to only top headline, so you can use this top headline and contain like US API key and then pass. Then you will get the all the that news API, what are the main headline you will get. Okay. Other things here, if you see on the source, so here we have the headlines and also we have the some articles. If you click on the article search, so this is the article. So you can use the article and for the this website, and then you can get the all the article on the your system. So before implementation, before implementation, what you will do first? First, you need to be test your API. Your API, whatever the API given here, it's working or not. Okay. So sometimes you client share the API, okay, and you have started work on it, but you did not understand this API will work or not. This is the correct authentication process, or this is the current correct API endpoint or not. So you have started work on it and you have done everything, but in the last moment, you know your API is not working, right? So before work on any integration part, first, I hope everyone know about the Postman. Postman basically, what is the Postman is basically for API testing tool. You can test all the API in this Postman before implementation. If your API is working fine, then you will proceed for the development. Otherwise, just inform your client, yeah, this API is not working and this API is showing this error, if any error. Okay. If you see here, this is my API. I copy this, that one. So you can copy this, your top headlines, and then country US. After that, the category, I'm passing the business, whatever the business related news, those are the business related news, share with me. And this is the API key, whatever the API key I have passing here. If you see here, click on the send. Okay. So here I'm getting all the data here. Okay. So how you can everyone in previous project I also told about everyone how we can create the basically list. Okay. So let me just explain. Here we have the three dots. Okay. In three dots, click on that. Okay. Sorry, here the new option on the top of, click on the new, and here we have option. There are HTTP, GraphQL, grps, work web socket test. So these type of you can do, but if you want to collection, so you can click on this collection, and after that you will give the name here, what was the collection name basically. So then it will be come appear like this. Okay. So you can rename your API, whatever your collection name, you can edit, rename your collection name. And under the collection name, when you are adding the any request, so just click on the add request. Okay. So here I have added the my this. After that, there are here is the all the your method. Which type of method? Get method, post method, put method, pass method, whatever the method you can select here. And here, if you see on the header, here I am not given any header, okay, because I am using the directly URL. Here we have the authorization process. You can select the bearer token, JWT, basic, whatever the authentication process you can check here. Otherwise, you can authentication process, you can also add in the header as well directly. Okay. So let's move on the next. So here we are getting the all the data. If you check here in the article, we are not we are getting the our this source, all the data, what were the author name, basically what is the title, what is the description, okay, what is the URL, and what are the URL to image, and what is the publish. So whatever it's showing here in this, okay, so we will fetch here and we will show on the our LWC component basically. Okay. So in previous, we are not using our any custom metadata. Okay. In this, we will use the custom metadata as well. Okay. Now I'm creating custom metadata first. Click here. Okay, so whatever your API name, you can give the your naming convention like this. Okay, so my name API basically use API details. I'm giving the my this one the basically name of custom metadata. Okay, let me save, and this is the my custom metadata API name. When I'm creating any custom metadata, then it will be denoted like MDT. Okay. Then here, if you see, this is the custom fields. Whatever these are the already created by Salesforce. This is the standard fields, but we should create here this one our custom fields here. So
Hi
let
Ashish, can you explain what is custom metadata and why we use?
yes. So for example, in a API key, okay, you want to change your API key. For example, here is the top headline, okay, but now you want to use the article something related, and you don't want to change anything in code, but you want to change the API, this API lines. So how will you can change? You can go again the Apex class, you can change the API, and again hit the deploy in the production. For example, in a sandbox, everything is fine. But what happened in the production? In production, you can't change any line of code, right? In Salesforce, basically. But so when you change your API will change. So you should again go in the sandbox, change your API key, and again testing, again move in the deploy in the production. But when you will use the custom metadata, so you should change only the custom metadata. Whatever the API we will create here, you should create change here one. No any line of code change in the Apex class. So this is basically called the best practice. Okay, and whatever you know, these are idea, these are data will be the hard coded, and maybe in future will change according to the sales, according to the business requirement. So without confusion, go with the custom metadata, custom setting, or any custom label. So depends on the data you can use. So custom setting and custom metadata, there are two difference. First one, custom setting, you can't deploy whatever the data you have filled. Okay, those data you can't deploy in the production. But in custom metadata, whatever data you will put it here, whatever the fields you have created, field you can deploy in the custom setting as well. But in custom metadata, with the field, you can deploy your all the data, whatever the data you have filled in the sandbox, those data also you will deploy in the production. So that's why many person use basically this one, custom metadata. Okay.
Yeah, good.
Okay, Ashish, then I have the one doubt. Only the key purpose you have created the custom meta, not to custom setting, because the custom metadata with deploy with the data record means data. That's
Yes.
why
Yes.
you have created that. Then after you are creating a metadata only for key, I think you can create the custom label only for key, and it also for the deployed in production.
Yeah, those are also you can use. Depend on your what you want. You can create custom setting or custom metadata. But
No, no,
in custom metadata, I will create the endpoint field and API field as well. But there here you can create only two fields. Okay, but in custom label you will create two custom label.
yeah, that's so.
But in future, if the authorization process are different in any client, for example, there are multiples. If I am taking the example of the basically SAP, okay, SAP the authentication process is the three steps. First one, you should pass your basic authentication means basically username and password. Then SAP will send you one uh, one token.
Yeah,
That token you will pass the another API key, then it will be give your access token. And after that using access token, you will hit your basically the main API, like any insert or any update the record or get the record from the ASIC. So how we can then you will create the multiple custom label that time, right?
Okay, that's right. And in a custom metadata and custom settings, that
Hmm.
is the custom metadata according to you is the more adaptable for the custom setting because it's to deploy and also for the deploy in records in production. Then
Yes,
why is the Salesforce keep with up the custom setting? Any
yes.
reasons?
Yes, in a custom setting, if you some data is different in the sandbox, okay, but
Yeah,
live data is different in the production.
yeah,
So instead of change, if you creating the custom metadata, okay, so instead of changing the one by one record, so you can use the custom setting and those deploy in the production. Okay, so you should add all the record one by one in the production. Different thing. Second one, the if you are using the basically if you see like trigger, okay, your trigger going crash in the production. So how you can control you, but immediately business want to stop this trigger. How you can stop this? So those role also you can perform using the custom setting. So in custom setting, you can create your custom setting and create something like trigger controller. You can give the your controller name like a trigger name and just give the active and inactive. Okay, the checkbox. And in your trigger, just check if this value is true, then it will be work. If this value is false or whatever the condition you can add. So you can stop immediately any basically trigger in production
yeah.
if
Of
any,
course, right.
right?
That's right.
So
Thank
this
you.
is the basically technique and also depends on in a custom setting. For example, some client want uh, for example you are creating any record, okay, so if you are giving the auto number, so Salesforce giving the auto number automatic, okay, if you deleted any record, then it will be start there. For example, you have created 10 records and you have deleted all the 10 records, and again you are creating new record, then it will be create the 11th one. But sometimes
Yeah.
business don't want.
Yes.
So those time you can create a custom label. You can update your auto number generation in the custom setting. Whenever the record is creating, then whatever the latest auto number updated on the custom setting, pay those updated number and get start with there.
Yes, and that means we can update the custom setting using the DML, and we can't update the metadata. That's right.
Yes, in a metadata, we also did the do the DML, but not easily. We should use the tooling API, meta API. But those are the different things, tooling API and meta API. These are also kind of integration in within the Salesforce, basically. Okay. So those are we will cover, okay, later how we can do the DML operation on the custom metadata and how we can use the tooling API. So here I'm creating basically the one field like this one text type and giving the endpoint. Okay, I'm giving the length to 50 characters. Oh, let me give the here API key name, maybe the URL large, so we can use the area type something. Okay, in another field, let me create something text area and then endpoint and save. Okay, so we have created our those the field in the API key and endpoint. Let me click on the manage news application and create your record. Here you should give your label name like I'm giving the news app integration. So this is your API name, this value, okay, and this is the your basically field value. So here let me copy till and pasting in the endpoint. Also let me equal. Then after this API key we can store. Okay, so our metadata work is done. Now let's go in VS Code and let's create first the Apex class. Now create Apex class and I can give my Apex class name like news app controller. You can give any name according to your understanding, but always follow the best practice. Whatever the Apex class, whatever the LWC name, give the naming convention properly. So if in future anyone like any you can say like any basically any developer on the live project, okay, any developer if see your code, he understood what you are writing in the code basically. So this is the main thing we should follow, okay. So let's create our, so before writing the any method for, and we will call the method on the basically LWC component, so we should our put this the aura enable annotation on the our method name basically, okay. Then public static void, then our method name. So my method name is the retrieve news, you can use, okay, here. Now let's create our basically HTTP request, okay. So HTTP request equal to new HTTP request, okay. And our instance name you can give something, anything, HTTP request, okay. Then another things we can create our the HTTP response. Here I'm giving the HTTP RESP new HTTP response, okay. So before doing this, let's fetch our API, this API details, okay. So let me paste, go in this and copy the API name here. This is our API name, okay. Paste here, I'm giving the news API detail, okay. And you can use the SQL query as well here. Select ID if you want. Otherwise, you can paste the endpoint, copy, then API key. Okay, then from this is the metadata. And for safer side, you can add where clause as well, where developer name equal to this is your developer name basically. Developer means name basically is not your name while writing this code. Developer means basically this is the API name. This one you should pass here. Okay, and you can pass limit like only one. I want to only one record. So for testing, okay, if you want, you can test this this record is coming or not. So basically you can use your developer console as well here. Okay, go to developer console and you can click on this curator and paste and execute. So if you see your record is coming in this, means everything is fine. Now let's create the HTTP request. So in the HTTP request, first you should add dot set endpoint. Okay. So when you're writing the code in this, right? Let me do one thing also on the, let me deploy. And when you are using the developer console, okay, so you should not write the one by and everything. Okay, then it will be give the hint basically. Let me go in the here and you can open your class name. It's not coming. Let me refresh. Now you can check. So now your this is come. Okay, so when you're actually using the basically this one, okay. So why how you can write? Just you can paste the instance name and press the dot, okay, and control shift control with plus space. It's not coming basically. But when you're writing this code, okay, just this one dot and you write the set endpoint. Okay. So if any error, okay, if any error coming here, so you can see here is showing the error. If you check here the error, method does not exist endpoint, means it's required to pass the value here. So this is our the value and I'm passing this my endpoint here. Okay. Then if you want, so you can create in one string value and add the endpoint. Okay. And you can use like this endpoint plus your API. Okay. And now this API key you can pass in this method. Okay. So now if you see here, whatever the method name, this is the get method. Okay. So here we need to be set method. So method name should be in capital. Okay, get. So our HTTP request is done now. Okay. So we should add those are basically whatever the data will come, we will store somewhere. Okay. So let me do. I'm creating one map here. Okay. In previous also I have created the map. Okay. And I'm creating the object. Okay. Why object I'm creating basically?
For us storing return data, that's why I'm taking the object, because it's the data coming from like a object.
Yes. So those are data is coming basically in the form of object. Okay. So these are whenever you are seeing this curly braces, it means the object. But if you see here on the articles, within this article we have the list of record. Okay. But I don't want to. It will be everything stored in this form. So that's why we are creating the our this object type. Okay. So you can use this object here. You can give the, let me give the name something JSON data. Okay. And new map string dot object. Okay. So after that, what we can do here, you can do basically the, if you want, you can create any another variable. Otherwise, we will let's create the HTTP request. HT something new HTTP. So HTTP request instance will send your request to the third party. Okay. Let me click on the send and pass your request. What is the request? This is the request basically. This is your request. Okay. After sending this request, then it will be you can say like it will be return the list response here in this. So where you can store this HTTP response. So here you can store your response in this variable. Okay. After that, let me handle exception as well. This is the try and catch. Okay. So both are the, you can say like the husband wife. Without try, you cannot use the catch, and without catch, you cannot use the try. Okay. So you should use both together like this. So in a catch,
Exception handling.
yes, in this you can basically is called the exception handling. So whatever the exception will come, you can handle your exception. So in this, I'm taking here I have inserted this one. So let me put in the try, because whatever the data error will come, then it will be go in this exception. Okay. So here, let me use the
That's
HTTP.
one
Yes.
question. Why you not using the try and catch in the after starting of the class? If you have a not data come in the metadata, then I think it's suppose the uh, error is coming comes.
No, but in this, if you see here, we are no any situation, it will be not come your data in the metadata. Okay. Because when you are using the metadata, and if you deploy in the production, then your data also will deploy.
Of course, but suppose that any condition anyone delayed the record of under the metadata, that's the
Mhm.
situations that's error will coming.
Yes,
I
so
I
that one you
suppose
can,
that that is
yes,
suppose
yes.
that that's but I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, yeah, that one also fine. Okay, you can use from starting as well. Try, no issue. You
Thank you.
can use from starting everything. But such time when you are using the starting now, so those are some record. If you are using directly here, so then it will be give the null pointer exception. You can understand the what is the null pointer exception, and you can check directly. But in try and catch, it will be not give the properly like this. This is the this line it will be getting the error.
Okay, okay.
So you can modify, you can check line number here, but in this you will not get properly line here. But in exception, you can use line number also. You can put here the line number, get line number, so you will get the line number here. Okay.
Okay,
So it
okay.
depends on the developer. Okay, everyone use the is from starting the class method of the try catch, and someone using the only the main thing, whatever the data coming from the side. Those are the, so it depends on everyone the different. Everyone writing the code the different way. Okay. So let me use here HTTP dot basically get uh, dot get status code. Okay. If my status code is equal to 200. 200 means basically is success. If it will become the 400, it means basically is not success, getting the failure. If gaining something 40, I think 404, 405 means basically the bad accepts, bad request. You are pushing the bad request any data. So you can learn about this status points. So here I'm creating another variable, basically string. I can use the str response. Let me give the blank here by default, and I can assign this value, whatever the body is coming, I can assign the body in this variable. Okay, then else if status is not coming, so I'm using the else condition. You can throw the exception, new call out exception. This is the basically Salesforce standard. You can say like the standard method name. Okay, this is the Salesforce standard method, call out exception. And you
What
can
is call out?
call out exception.
No. Can you explain call out? Oh,
The call out means this one. We are hitting this our HTTP response. Call out means basically whenever you are hitting any API, this is the call the call out. If someone hitting your API means in Salesforce, this means the calling means anyone calling your API. Call out means basically we are calling someone API. So this is the call out.
okay.
Okay. So here we can pass this the
And means of the call out exception, I think whenever that's my call out is not to hitting and give the any error like 4000 or 50
yes,
or as a bad request, that's so under to come on there, I think.
yes. Only it will come in this section.
Thank you.
Okay. Then here in this exception, it will be it's any error coming in this section only. Then we can handle here. So we can throw our whole exception. Throw means basically it will return your this method return API. I did not mention here return, but I will write the return. Okay. So now we have get all the things here. Now let me check and this the use. If this variable is blank, okay. If this variable is blank, this is the is blank basically the string method. So here you should write the string. Then your variable name. If variable name this value is blank, so whatever the condition, this value is not blank. So you can write here the not means your string value, this string value is not blank. Then you can do this JSON deserialization here. So first you should typecast. How you can typecast? Whatever your map data you can what you want to typecast your data, deserialize the data, that form you should write in this first typecasting. After that, JSON dot deserialize. Okay, deserialize untyped. Untyped means basically it will be the data without typing or without any type value. It will be going this. So in previous project also I have explained about whenever we don't know about which type of data will come or which type of object model will come, we will store in this basically. Okay. So JSON dot deserialize on type. Deserialize on type. Okay. It's coming any error method does not exist. Void deserialize on type string. So let me check.
I think here we make a public string a method that's where this realize is
No,
defined that.
I think this is the meaning is not correct. Deserialize SRIA. I think yes, this is the meaning is not correct. That's why getting the okay. So now here we check the data deserialize in this. Now just check the data. This is whatever we are doing. These are things. Okay, these are basically exception handling. You are handling the exception. Whatever the data will come is not come. So you are handling the exception as well here. So this is the map of my function one is empty. Okay, I'm checking if not empty. If this JSON this map is not empty, then it will this is the not here. Okay, is not null, then return this news. Else what we can return? We can return null. Okay, so let me check for this the empty method.
Is empty, I think, only defined from the list.
No, we can use on the void return.
If we will not to use is empty and directly use the new JSON data, I think that will be written the same thing. If
No,
is
no,
the
no.
data
Yeah,
comes,
here
that
I
will
did not given the return type. Maybe so that's the issue. Let me define the return type also here first.
object.
Yes. Now let's check. Yeah, this is the issue basically the return type.
Okay, that's a one question. You write the if not equal to news data dot is empty. If I am right the only if news data JSON, then data will becomes then loop under the condition. If a condition is true, that will become
No,
what
which
will
one?
it, if only I'm right if news JSON data only the
Uh,
right this thing under the if condition,
uh-huh.
then what will happen on there?
But here you can't know now which date is coming the empty or is coming the null. How you can check this? If you are writing here, so in the JavaScript, if you're writing like this, okay, it means it will be handle everything. If you check here, it's getting the error. You are not if condition always asking for the blue basically Boolean return type. Boolean means basically true or false
Okay, okay.
conditions, right? If you check here, it's a condition expression must be for the type of Boolean. Without condition, you can't use. You can check age empty, you can check size, you can check any other condition, whatever the Boolean return.
Okay, 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 okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
So, but in the if you check in the JavaScript, in JavaScript you can write directly if condition if you write here, so it will be check your undefined null
All those
blank
things.
everything it will be handled directly. So our Apex class done now.
Ashish,
Okay.
one query.
Yeah.
Ashish, can you scroll up a little bit?
Yes.
We were doing that get body, right? Line number 18.
Yes.
I just want to check the feasibility. Is it okay? We can do that JSON.deserialize untyped somewhere there along with that.
This one.
Yeah.
Yes, we can use this line directly in here also.
Right.
Yes. We can here directly write and we can return directly here from there. We can't, but these are we are doing basically exception handling something.
Correct, I got it. But we can do it, right? That is feasible.
Yes, yes,
Get
yes.
body
Yes.
dot JSON dot deserialize.
Yeah, same line. This one, if you're writing here, you can cut here, you can directly paste here, or you can return directly this
Okay, got it.
JSON things. Right. Okay. Okay. So let's go in the VS Code and let me retrieve that code. Okay. So our time to create the LWC component now. Let's create the LWC component. Control Shift P, create lightning wave component. So your component name something give the news app integration. Okay. Now this is the your basically LWC component. So now how you can import first let's import our component Apex class here. So import, then your Apex, you can give the method name first, then from here you should write @salesforce /Apex, then /, then whatever your Apex class name dot your method name. We have import. So this name you can give any name. Okay. Okay. This is you can give any name, but your method name should be here only. You can change this name, but I always put the same method name here. So I understood this is the my method name here I'm calling. Okay. So now let's time to create. Let me create here the import our the track variable. Then in a connected callback here, I'm calling the connected callback. Connected callback, the same thing. Whenever your component load, then it will be automatic executed. This is the part of life cycle basically. Okay. So in connected callback, I will call my method name. So, but before that, I will call my, I'm creating my another basically method name. Okay. This is the my fetch new. This is the my another method name. This method I will call in the connected callback. This is the writing of code. Basically, everything not hotspot in this everything here in the connected callback. So you can create separate method name and you can call in the connected callback. Basically. Okay. So here, copy this your method name. Okay. Then we don't have any parameter. Okay. Here no any parameter. So we are not passing any parameter. Directly we are using here directly in then response. Okay, you can give any name. Then this is called the arrow method. Okay. Then curly braces. This is called the arrow function. This is the then basically the promise. Okay. So same without try, you can't use cache. So in the JS, we are using the promise. So you can't use then without cache. So here we should use cache error and your method name. If any error coming, so you can print your error console.error. So pass your error variable here.
Ashish, I'm not too much aware about the LWC, but I have seen in the many things in LWC, not to connected callback. Just you have told just whenever the page is load, that's a connected callback URL is loading that. And I
Yes,
have seen that the many where codes just a people light is a wired
yes.
LW.
In
Okay,
wire you can also call, but if you I have created already one video about the life cycle book. Okay, so what the difference between wire and connected callback? Okay, so when you are using the wire, so wire always put your data in cache.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, but connected callback will not push your data in a cache.
Yeah,
For example, in future, your data will change on the backend. Okay, but when you are fetching the data here on basically your, for example, your company is loaded. Okay, but your data will change, and now you are performing the same action on on that data. Means your data in database already changed, but you are using the performance operation on the previous data.
okay. But here is a one question. If my page is not to loaded and this we call to from another component, then connected callback will internally call or not to call them.
Yeah, connected callback always run.
Okay,
No any you calling, you are defining or not. This is the part of life cycle. If you are using the child, so in child will run first connected callback, then after that will run the parent connected callback.
okay. Thank you.
So here let me do one thing also. Let's print console dot log and printing your response here. Okay, so your response data is coming here, but what we will use first, basically, if you check here, our main data in this, where in this article.
Articles.
Okay, so we fetch all the data whatever in the articles. Basically. Okay, so I'm not doing everything in this method. Let me create another separate method. Let me give here the some comment. Okay, we can give the comment some fetch method gets call on the page load and within this. Okay, then we are calling the retrieve news, this the retrieve news apex method. Okay, so so you can give also some comment. Okay, so this is the best developer. If you are best become the best developer, so always should give the comment, always put the description in the apex class as well. Okay, so here I'm creating one another method name is the format something, format news data. Okay, and I will pass my data from there. So I'm giving the variable name is res something response. Okay, so whatever the data will come, I will store in my result variable. So let me create one variable here, this track, okay, and result. This is the my array data. Okay, so this result here I'm using the method of basically whenever we're calling any variable in the JavaScript, so we should use the this method. Okay, this keyword basically. So if you see here in this method, I'm using the map function. Okay, So what my function do here, okay, whatever the data will come, okay. So first one is the your method name, okay. Another is the variable name given this index. Whatever the data will come in this, it will be storing your data index basically, okay. So this is your method. Method means basically your that method. Let me sorry, this is not this is okay. And give the correct or not. This is the RS map item index. Okay, here is disclosed. Okay, this is the okay, this is the method our okay. Now it's not getting the error. Okay. So this is your item method and this is the index. If you see in the data, okay, let me scroll down here. In data, is getting the ID something you are said today or any other something the for news, but sometimes it's getting the data no any ID. Some data are also giving the null here if you see here, okay. But we need ID, so we can give our own ID here. We can create our the ID. Let me create one variable name. It's called the ID, okay. So this is the single quotes, okay, but I'm using the apostrophe. This is the apostrophe. In the number column, in the where is the first number is one, there are one apostrophe. Like this, if you press shift and this, then it will be call you like this single, okay. So in this without shift you will post, so it will come like this. This is the modern JavaScript single quotes, okay. What in this basically, so you can give your variable name with your text, okay. Something I'm giving the news underscore, okay. Now I want to use my variable name. So how you can use, this is the dollar, okay, and then curly braces. Then JavaScript automatically know, yeah, now you are using the variable in this. So if you see, without curly braces is showing the text, but when I use the curly braces is showing the, yeah, this is the different color, means basically your variable name, okay. So what your variable name, I'm using the index, means index always start with 0, but I want to my ID plus 1, means whatever the index will come, it will be start with 1. 1 means plus 1 means 0 plus 1 means 1. Then when it will come the 1, then it will be 2. Okay, like this. Then I'm creating another variable. It's called date. Okay. So if you see here, your date is coming something. No, it's not coming published here in any date name. Yeah, this is your date coming like this. Okay. But I don't want like your published date like this. I want to in string format, and these are not required for this. So how I can do this? So create that this is the new function. Okay, new function. We are creating any new date, so just store the new date. Then whatever your item means, this is item means basically your data will come in this and index will come in this. So whatever your data coming in this item, which variable name? Your variable name is basically this publish at. So this public add, this the one JavaScript method is to string. So whatever your data in that format, not this one, is the to string to date string. This one, okay. So whatever your data will come, it will be changed in the to date string method. Okay. Now another things, let another variable name for, if you check your source name. Okay. So how is coming your source name? Let me check. Yeah, this is the source name. Okay. So in source dot name, this one, I want to use this name in my local variable. So I'm giving the name. I'm fetching this also the name basically. Okay. So you can directly use item dot this one basically source. Sorry, it's not copied. Source dot name. Okay. Now you can return your data. So another method JavaScript I'm using here, it's called the spread operator. Spread operator means if any array data already, if any array data on that, and you want to use same array data, or you can say like the copy that array data in the different array, so you can use spread operator. This is called the spread operator, means three dots. So what is my array data coming in this item? So you can pass your item here. Now which one I'm passing? This is called basically, when we are using the curly braces, it means the object, right? Object. So this is your object. First one, I'm passing all the whole my array data in object. First, it will become the array data. Then I'm getting ID. ID, I'm passing my ID here. Here. Okay. Then in name variable, you can pass your name. Another things, date. So you can pass your date variable. Anyone have any question here, please?
Why not we handling under those things in Apex? I think in Apex we can handle that and only just put on the result and just take a straight under the LWC.
Okay. So you know about the Apex functionality, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what are the deployment process?
Uh,
You should write the test class as well.
yes.
So why you are wasting time, wasting your time in writing the Apex class,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah,
without,
that's a thing.
yeah, without test class, you can't deploy your Apex class. So if you are handling these are things in Apex class, you should also write the test class for that testing.
Yeah,
When
of
your
course.
code coverage, yeah, when your code coverage of 75 at least or above, then it will be you can deploy. If
Yeah.
not, so how you can do? So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
And also then create the metadata for the uh, getting data and handle all
yes.
those things under the
So
test
whatever
class.
the data is coming in this, you also should write the data, create
Yeah.
the data for fake API, right?
Yeah.
So
Ashish, one query.
yeah.
From where do we invoking this format news data
Mhm.
method?
This,
From where are we?
yeah, I'm using now. I will just not use. Just now I will use in this here.
Okay. My point is like, in this data we are, in this method we are getting the data, whatever we retrieved. Assume that we retrieved the response.
Yes.
Fetch. What is that? Fetch news. Okay.
Yes.
Once we got it, we are iterating through that data. Okay, and we are using a map because we are pulling that into a new array with any, I mean, why specifically map is like any conditionally we are doing check here.
No. Here I'm not doing any conditional now because I want the index. Okay, in map will give the two functionality. Okay, if you use the Java, if you learn about the JavaScript map function, so when you are using the map, so it's passing the two variable name. First one, whatever your data. Second one, index. If you need the index, so you should follow directly use this one. So
I mean,
because these are
is it
IT.
is it our data is in that pattern? Is that the reason why we are going there?
Yes,
Item.
because our data is coming like this. So we should, because you can't, when iteration time also you need the ID. How you can know which article I have pressed the enter.
Okay.
So then you're
And
able to see the ID.
okay. And one more thing, why we are using the tick? I just want one more time reiterate.
This
Tick
one,
operator we are using that tick operator, the one which
split operator. Yes.
tick
Yeah,
tick. There's a ID, let ID.
yeah, this one.
Back
Pick up.
tick. Back tick.
Yeah. So because here I want to use the variable. You can do like this also. Okay. But this is the old thing. Like you can use the single quotes and you can pass the news underscore. Then you can use like this. And you
Okay.
can use the index dot plus one. You can use like this also.
Okay. This is a new ECMA script function which we got it. In
Yes,
that one.
that's why I included because everyone use the old function, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I told you can use if you want to text something and variable also you want to use, so you can use this tick operator.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so let me call this method in this. And I'm passing this response dot which one? Where's our my data in this? In this articles. So here we are passing our data. Okay. Then all data. So whenever you return here, your data is it not means your data will coming the different. Your data will coming in the same method. This index, whatever you have passed. In same data, it will be in this also your data is coming this. So you can, if you want, you can use and console.log and you can check. Okay, so our JavaScript, mostly our data is we are getting here. Now let's create basically our some HTML for the showing the iteration the data. Okay, let's go to our HTML here. Okay, so let me create one div. Okay, this is our div, and I'm using here our SLDS grid. Okay, so yeah, what means our SLDS? If you check here, SLDS grid. So grid means
It's
you can,
giving, yes,
yeah,
it's giving the inbuilt CSS in the grid systems. That is the
yes,
using SLDS file under
yes.
the
Whatever you
LWC.
are creating everything in the table, right?
Yes,
EDTR. So it's giving the inbuilt everything. Like you can use one if you want to three data in this row. So it will be three. If you change like the four, you can just no need to be add anything. Just you can add your row, then it will become the four data. If you add another 12 screen, so you can use the but you only you need should use the SLDS call and SLDS script.
yeah, right.
Okay. So let me also same copy paste this one and paste here. Okay, and SLDS grade SLDS getter. I'm using also here SLDS wrap. So any idea about the wrap? What means the basically wrap? Wrap means, for example, this is your box, right? If your data come and go on the outside the box, then it will be automatically wrap the next line. Basically, this is the called the wrap. Okay. So also I'm using here the one justify. No suggestion. Okay. So justify hyphen center. So justify center means basically it's whatever the content in come in your this div, it will be show in the center. Justify basically whatever is sometimes come in the large amount of space, so it will be justify the everything is show the same things. Okay, so
Okay.
here mhm.
Okay, instead of the SLDS wrap, I think the one of the on think that's where is the wrap test. If is the correct character is the more than div, that is to comes to dot dot, and if you will go to the mouse over, then
Yes,
come to that.
yes,
So
yes.
then
So
what is the purpose? We can do that on the
yes, for example, your data is going on the outside the box, right?
yeah
So it will be so like the dot 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 dot.
yeah
So how you
right.
can understand about the data after that? So then wrap will be, what will do when your data is coming to this border line, then it will be written the new line there.
Okay,
That's
it's a using of the SLDS wrap, but I want to that thing is data is the more than the div that is a showing dot dot, and then I will take the mouse over, then data will nip is pop up just like
yes,
that.
yes,
Then
yes, yes,
how
yes.
it can do that on there?
Yeah, only this. You don't use the SLDS wrap, then your data will not wrap new line. Then it will show the dot 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 dot.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah, okay. So let me use uh first condition here. Okay, first condition means basically whatever our data this is. So here I'm using also the one new LWC release is called the LWC if condition you can use. This is, and this is the previous one we are using. Okay, if the colon true. Now Salesforce launch LWC colon true. Sorry, if means you can directly use this one. So in this, I'm also creating the content. Then I will launch this video soon about this if condition. Okay. So let's go with the previous one. Our if true means which data true? Your result data. So where this is your variable name? This is your variable name. If your result data is true, means is coming the data in this, then we will iterate the data. Then template, okay, it's called the for each loop. For each loop basically it's iterating whatever your data in this the list. So just put your data here. Then after that is the another thing, the for item. Yeah, this one. For item is give your instance name or variable name, how you can use your data using that variable basically. Okay, so using this variable name, sorry, it's not a single quotes, it may be the double quotes like this. Okay, your variable name for item. Now let me create one SLDS div. So let me use directly this div. Okay, if you see, then it will get the error missing key for element. So here about the main requirement of this value. Here we should use the key equal to this item dot id, whatever we have created. Okay. Then in this, I want to use img tag means that image basically. Okay. Then IMG tag, we have the src equal to whatever your value is coming in this src. So this variable item dot, and now if you see here, in this data, which variable are coming the URL to image, this one. Okay, so you can copy this variable name and paste here. Okay, now you can close this. It's showing something, and alt attribute cap is showing the something. You can add the alt attribute value something in the image. Okay, if you want to use alt, otherwise you can remove this one as well. Okay, now I'm creating another div here. This one, this div is for the our text showing, whatever the text is coming. So I'm using the span tag here. Span tag is also showing the data, basically whatever the data, but it's not taking the span, and one is also the p tag. Okay, so span basically is not taking the whole line of code. It's not a blocked element. It's the unblocked element. Means after that, whatever the, for example, if you are using this p tag, the p tag will block all the this line till end. But we are using the span, then it will not block the all the line. Okay. So in span, I'm using here basically the our date, the name, the date basically here. So this is the item dot date. Okay. And another things we can use here h2. H2 means basically our the header. So let me copy this, paste here, and we can paste the title name. Here is the title. Paste your title. Okay. Now I want to use another basically one, you can say like the one div tag, like the something variable read more something related. Okay, so let me create the div and adding here that value name. You can add read more. Okay, let's deploy these are things. After that we will add some CSS for checking. Then how we can use the custom CSS also we can apply here. Okay, let me go on the Salesforce. Now, and let me first expose my component. How we can expose our component? Here, first you need to give the true. After that, where you want to expose. So I'm giving the target, this one, and passing the this tab. I will create one tab and use there. Okay, let me create tab, this refresh. If you want, you can create the one application also. Okay, let me create first application. But let me create first tab, then I will create the application as well. Okay, so you can how you can add your application also. You can. This is the our lightning component tab. Here you can click on this. Okay, here whatever your component expose for tab, it will show here. Then select this, and you can give your tab name, news tab. And then tab style, you can give anything. whatever you want. Let me give the book something. If any related to news here, style, standard, new, this something, laptop, car, big, store this, no, so street sign, dollar. Let me use this book for the news. Then next and save. Okay. Now, if you click here, your tab name, new app, see how it's showing now your component data. Yeah, it's not showing. Let's check data. One thing I have missed. Anyone can tell me what the missed what I have missed? If you see the error is something given the error system call out exception unauthorized endpoint. Please check your setup remote.
You have not
Remote
set
site
up
settings.
remote
Remote
site
site settings.
Yes. So I need to add this basic URL on the remote site setting. Let me click here and add the remote site setting. Here, let me get the news API. Paste here and save. Now, if you check here, then it will not get the error. See now why how it's showing the data. All this we are not able to understood, right? And it's coming the large amount of something. Let apply the CSS and make the meaningful this application. Let me create one application first. Give the news app and next give the next utility item. I'm adding here the no utility item. Just next tab here. I'm adding this tab news app tab. Then next for profile I'm adding the system admin as of now. Then finish. Okay, now if you check your application will show here like the news app, this one. Okay, so see how your data is showing is something not readable mode. Okay, let's apply some custom CSS. I have added the in the content delivery. Okay, here we will use the custom setting, a custom CSS. So let's click on this. Just click on rename and copy this name. I need this name and create your custom CSS name here. If you see, let me first, sorry, let me this remove value. Okay. Now let's create the new file here and give same name dot css. Okay. Now you can add your CSS. So this is my CSS file. How you can add? So if you check in HTML, this is our the first component, first div. Okay. So I'm giving my first class, just giving something name is container. Okay. This is my container. Let me use this container in the CSS. How you can paste? dot and curly braces. This is your CSS name. Okay. Now, if you are using this basically, so whatever here you should give your custom CSS name. Let me give the display, this display not inline. I want to give the flex. Okay. Another align items. This one, whatever the data alignment, it will come in the center only. Okay. Another the justify. Justify is coming the sale, but I want to this whatever the content is coming the justify, it should be in the center only. Okay. Then add the background color. Okay. Only see background, not color, only back. So here we have one the something you can show what is the a job something is called the in CSS. This is called web kit ingredient. Okay, you can add the ingredient whatever you want in the for background. If you see here, I'm giving this ingredient something 350 means I want to move something 350 whatever the value is coming and comma. Then if you use the RGB color, okay, RGB color basically whatever you are writing the value here. Okay, let me RGB value is form of 3. Okay, so let me give in the 2 2020 something and 24, and in this RGB form, okay, I can use here something 0%. Okay, then another I want to give my RGB color something. This RGB color I want to also add here. If you see your color is showing here, check here. So this is the visual VS code basically functionality. Whatever number you are putting here now, it will be so automatic here. Okay. So and I want to give here this 80% something. Okay. So now let's check how your container now look like. So you can design, okay, this is the your things how you want, you can design your, this is the CSS part, so you can apply your CSS in a different way, everything. Okay, so now is data coming that now this is the in this format, this background color something change. Okay, let me again refresh. So this is our now now it's showing like this, but I want another things here. So this is our container completed. I want to give SLDS. If you check here in this SLDS, okay, if you check SLDS grid, if you want to give any custom CSS on the standard CSS, so how you can use, you can do dot SLDS main SLDS class name dot which where you want to apply which. So I want to apply on this justify center. So you can now give your custom CSS on standard. So I want to use justify content where is center. This. Okay. This is the content. Now I want to add. Now it's showing something data like the whole and is not showing correct. I want to create one small card for that. So where I can add that card basically. So it's start here. Let me go in the HTML. Okay. In HTML, this is our data is coming from here. So we can, this div, I can add my custom class name card And this card I will apply on the CSS on this card. Okay, now everything done. First, now we want to work on this the CSS part, how it will look like, and also one thing, model. We will also use the model. Okay, so on the CSS here also I want to use whatever the display my in this card. It will be so like the grid, means in the small grid. Okay, then grid, whatever the grid is coming in this template, okay, this one, grid template column. Then here is coming the all the auto. If you want you can give the pixel, you can use the pixel, you can use the percentage, okay, you can use the fraction also. So I want to give the grid, it will be so in 300 pixel, okay, not more than this. And again I want to use my grid template row. Row means this one. I want to give my row value here 250, sorry, 210, 210, and this 50, because there are we have there are this image and these are the value. Okay, so this is the our grid template row. Now another grid, where is the image grid template? So if you see here, grid template areas, so you can give in this form image, it should be the image, it should be the text, and it should be the any stats, means double quotes, any stats. Okay, now I want to give some border. Okay, where you want to give the border? I want to give the border radius. Radius means it will be your whatever the your border, it will be some like curvy something, sub curve your box. So I want to give the 18% pixel, 18 pixel here. Okay, then let me change the background color here. Let me give the background, it's something white. Okay, now it's background coming like blue here. Okay, so other than box, it's showing something box shadow, means here it's something like this, but I want to show a small box and showing some shadow type. So this box shadow, now I'm applying 5 pixel, okay, then 5 pixel, then 15 pixel, and whatever another this basically the color. So I want to use RGB method here, so you can give the 0, 0, 0, okay, 0.9 something. So if you see how it's not overly black, it's slightly black. If you give the all the 0, then it will be totally black, dark black. Okay, so let me use some font family. If you use the font family, so there are many font family here. Okay, you can use whatever you want, but I want to use something robot roboto something. This is the one font family here in the, so you can use this or other things also you can use. It's showing something error, unexpected missing generic font, unexpected missing generic font family. Okay, let's check it not apply, then we will use the another font family. Okay, then text align, you can give your text align in the what where you want. I want to use in the center. Then you heard about that something transition. Transition means whenever you put your mouse on that, basically that card, it's something you want that time, then it will be do some it will be show something. You can show like your transition, it pop up something, the increase your width. These are type of you can add on the everything in transition. So in margin 3 pixel. So this card our done. Now let's deploy, and now check how is card showing on this. So we have applied now only on the card. Okay. So now see how is card showing now. See, now is card showing small boxes. Here is not no any image, is an image showing the null. That's why it's coming the here blank. Whenever the image is showing the, then it's showing like this. Okay. If you see here, so your card is showing here. Now let's apply. This is your image. Okay. So if you want some over this on your where you want to apply this transition. Okay. So let's create use this card and you apply on this image box, this one something. Okay. So where your you can give your any class name on this, basically on URL. So here on image, basically. Okay. I'm creating my custom class name is something card hyphen image. Whatever you want to give the name, here you can give, and same name copy and paste and go to CSS dot and then curly braces. And now you can apply your CSS here. So I am again using the grid area here, and my grid area basically is the image, right? Now again giving the border something border hyphen top border radius I want to give. In the left side is the 15 pixel. Then same border top, border hyphen top, where is the right side. I also give the same right side pixel. Means basically this is your image and this is the left side and this is the right side. If you see now it's showing the overall triangle, but in the below is showing the radius. Okay, let me apply this, and now background size, let me use background size something. I want to give some background size is cover types. Okay, then max length, okay, max length, sorry, not length, it's height. Max height, it should be only 170 pixel. Okay, not more than. And width, what is the width? You can give according to your. So I'm giving the percentage. Whatever the size of this card, it will be automatic. Take the full size. Then here we have another this minimum height. So my minimum height should be this 170, whatever I have given on the top. Okay. So let me apply on the text also. So here we have, if you check on this text, okay, here in this news, here we are starting our text. So here let me give all the text something. we can give our card text. Okay, then card text and go on the CSS, paste here dot. Okay, so I'm giving my text card is something create area what text type. Okay, and I want to change my if you want to change any color, so I want to change this date. If you see here on the component here on the HTML, we have the date, we have title. If you want to change in this, you can apply the CSS here. Okay, so I want to apply some CSS on this. How I can use this? If you want to use within tag any CSS, so how you can give? You can use same technique, text this, and after that you can use where you want to apply that CSS, that tag name, that variable name. Let's basically here about the date. Here I want to apply. Here I want to give color. Okay, let me apply here the RGB color. RGB color is RGB something I'm giving the 250 50 7 and 1110 is something showing something not red, is something pinkish type. If you check here, not fully red. Okay, now I want to give the font size. Font size is not more than 15 pixel. Okay, then font weight. Font weight means basically is the bold. You want to bold how your text is showing is bold thing or not. So I'm using the bold. Then I want to apply again on the this one. This is my the header tag. So I want to apply on this S2 tag as well. So how you can use same? You can apply this card text. Okay, then space. After that your S2 tag. Okay, this is your S2 tag. So here I can give my font size, then 20-30 pixel only, and I want to give some margin as well. So you can select margin. So margin there are 4 value. Okay, top, left, bottom, right. Okay, so I want to give the 0 rem, then 1 rem, then 1 rem, and 1 rem. It should be not space. It should be without space. Okay. So here our card is showing now. Okay. Let's check now how it's showing. Let me deploy this. Now let's check how your data is showing now. This. Let's check. Refresh this one. See, now it's showing like this. Okay. If you want to, and the background is showing like this yellow. Okay, so you can use our lightning card. Okay, so before this you can use our lightning card is LWC lightning card, this one. Okay, and you can close on the end of this. And if you want to any title, you can give the title as well, like business news. Let's deploy. See here. See, now it's showing like this, okay? But your this one, read more is showing small. I want to, this one also showing sub broad, and when I click on this, then it will be, then we will click on the that. So here
तेरे
I
को रोल अप पे चाहिए क्या?
where
अच्छा
Help.
हाँ चल मैं चैट पे देखूंगा.
Okay, so let's move on this. Let's apply some CSS on this class. Then I want to give my card stat. Okay, then copy this CSS name, apply CSS here. Okay, so now let's apply, this is the main. Let me apply the grid here, grid template column 1 FR. This is the fraction, means whatever your space, then it will take only one space. Whatever your space available, it will take only 1 point. Okay, then grid space same, rows, in the rows also I'm giving the same 1 FR, only one it will be take. Then I want to give some border hyphen bottom, I want to give from the bottom in left side first. Let me give the left side. How many? 15 pixel. Same, you can use copy and paste. Instead of left, you can write right. This one. Okay. Let me use also your background. So same color I want to use, that pinkish. So you can, if you know about the color code, you can use the color code also. 6076. Okay, so here it will show your code color. You can use RGB, or you can use color code as well. Then I want to give some padding here. How many? I want to give the 10 pixel padding. When you are not padding, also is the 4 value. Okay, left, right, top, bottom. But you are not defining the all the value, then it will be take the everywhere the 10 pixel. Then I want to show the display here in flex. Then I want to show a line item in center here. Okay, and I want to use the justify, which the content. This is the my content, where is the center. Okay, another things, flex direction here. I want to use my flex direction is column, this one, select, and after that color, which color it will show. So my color text is should be something white. So this we go with the FF. Okay, then cursor. How your cursor? I will check here. Now is cursor showing like this in arrow, but I want to show the different cursor. So you can apply cursor. It's not showing. Cursor, which pointer? Then it will be show your like hand type. Then font size, something 20 pixel. and another font weight means something bold type. It will be so 500 pixel. Okay. Now deploy and check how your card is showing stats. This one. See, now your card showing like this. Okay. So I want to apply some mouse over. When I mouse over some functionality, I want to here give some transition or something scale. Now it's any not showing here. If you click here, then your cursor is change here. Okay. Now let's apply some card. Where is my card status? Card stat. This one. I want to apply some border here. Let me give here also dot. Okay. Then my border left only. It may be 1 pixel solid. Solid means you can. It will be your border. It will be so some bold type. This that's why we are using the solid. And in solid, after that you can use your color. If you want to, your border color will change something. So you can use your color. You can give your color here. So your color, it will be your border, it will be so like this color. Okay. Let me use some border for right side or a GST right side, and you want to change your color. So if you want to change, otherwise change. Then this is our border. Now I want to apply mouse over. So mouse over, we have functionality in basically in card. So this is our whole card. Okay. So I want to apply on the card mouse over CSS functionality. Mouse over. Okay. This is the mouse over functionality. Let's add mouse over and give your some transition. I want to give transition scale. How many scale will? So 1 point, I'm giving 1.15. Okay. Then box shadow, how your box shadow will show. Then 5 pixel, 15 pixel, and color should be in black, something, not overall the black, something, the black slide. Okay. Now let's deploy and check now how your code is showing, and mouse over is applied after how it's look like. See and deploy and refresh. See here, your shadow is something doing, right? Your this shadow box is going something like this. Okay. Then we can it's not trans, is something not your transform. Yeah, this meaning is not correct. This is not transition, this is the transform something. Yeah, this one, this type transform means your card should be transform something that is scale. Let me refresh and check. See, your scale giving 1 point something. You can give apply another, then it will be, see, right? Now when we click on this read more, Then when one pop-up will open and then we will this one. Okay, this is the transformation. Okay, now let's here let me when I click on this read more, then one pop-up will open. So on the this here I'm creating one method on click. Then I'm giving this my method name basically here. Show something, show model. Okay, this is my method name like this. Okay, show model. And in show model, I will create one basically variable name. Okay, so let me create that method. This is my method name. Okay, before this, everyone know about this the SLDS SLDS model. This one. I see that this one. Okay. SLDS model. This see this it will be so like this model, our model. So I want to use this model in my tag. So here you can check these are the code here. Okay, but I also I want to use this model. Okay, so let me copy this code and go to HTML. This is our card. Okay, this is our basically container. Okay, this is the card and this is the temp. Here I want to give model section. Okay, you can give comment this one and paste your code here. This one. Okay, these are content I don't required. I will paste my content, so this will remove. I'm removing here my header. Here this is the my header name. Okay, so what do you want to give? I want to give my header name. I tried my data and I will give my header data. Okay, then here I want to use this is the close and cancel button. Okay, so this is SVG is not basically supporting in this. So let me use our lightning icon. This is SVG also used for the lightning icon. Not this LIGST hyphen icon. Okay, SLDS icon. Okay, in this icon, what you can give your icon name. So icon hyphen name. What the icon name? Like this. Okay, this one. This is for this one. This is the cross box. Okay, so SVG is not showing directly here in the LWC. That's why we are using this icon for here. Then I'm passing here the utility colon close. This is our icon name here. Okay. Other things you can if you want to give any text alternative text, otherwise you can give the only the variant name. So here I want to give the variant name basically inverse. Okay, and title I want to give the title something like the close. Here is the close. Okay, so here I want to give one method name on click. When you will click on this icon, your model should be closed. So I want to give my close model method name. Let me create this method also. Now let's create one variable here first. Okay. So then we control our model. So my variable name is something create each model open, and I'm giving the by default the false value. Okay, sorry, is equal. Okay, this value, when you will click on the close, this dot close equal to false. Then here I want to give the my model will open. Okay, so this model will true, so it will be so our model, this one. Okay, now this is our model. Now here when you click on this app, this read mode, then one model open, right? Now if you check here, so how it's look, it will be show all the blank and all the data. So I want to use those are things. Refresh. It's not showing. I think it's not saved. Okay. Let me save this. Now just deploy. Refresh. See, model is showing like this. But if you click on this close button, okay, it's not closing. Can see, not closing. Okay. So now here we are not added the template if. That's why. Now just add template if is true, means which variable, this one. This variable if is true, then only so, otherwise no. So let's deploy. So now it's showing like this. Okay, let's change our header name and details. Now how you can change? So when you click on this read more, okay, here on read more. So I want that ID. How I know which which read more I have click on this. Okay. So let me add here the ID. So in the JavaScript, we have the one, you can create your own ID. Own ID means basically your own variable for getting the ID. I'm giving this data dot item something and this variable name this. So what this is my ID here, this is the item and I have created the variable. This is the my ID small. Okay. So this is the my ID. Then let me deploy and go to JavaScript. Here, when I will click on this model, I want to get that ID first. So that's why I know now this value is I am using this one data, right? Let me create one variable. Let ID equal to, how you can get the that event. So here we have event, that one event dot target dot data set dot item, this one. Then this one will give you your current ID, this one. Okay. So now time to fetch your result data dot this dot result. Same technique also I want to apply here for each loop. Then here you can give your any variable means function name basically. So mostly I'm using the ELE or item. So you can give any variable name according to you. Okay. Then same arrow function. Press enter. Here I want to use if this item ID, this item.id is equal to true. So okay. So there are you can use 3 equal to, yeah, 2 equal to. So what the difference between triple equal to and double equal to? Okay.
Three,
Yeah.
three equals to which are defined in ID that's visibly exact, and the 2 equals to which is the equal to this ID. That's
Yes.
the difference between them.
Yes. When our ID is exact match, then I want to use that value in another array. I want to use my selected news array, and I'm passing this same which method, our spread operator, this item, and this variable I not declare. Let me declare here first. This one. Okay. This is our array type, or you can object type. Why I'm using object? Because it will be so only one record data, not more than. So I want to only one record. Okay. So this is my selected. Okay. Now I have given this and other things. This is the true. Let me use this data in my model. So how you can use your data in model? Let me go on the first here, your in model. This is your header. So what your model header should be? Your title. Where your title? This one. Let me copy this title here and paste. Okay. And in the model, also if you want to show some data, otherwise let me go on your body. Where your body? This is my model body. Okay. This one your header section. This is your bottom section. Okay. So here, if you want to use some custom header or some CSS, so you can also use. Otherwise, let me first apply our my this model, all the data. Here, let me create one div. In this div, I want to show my data. The first div, I want to give where is the source of the data. So this value, sorry, title coming, not this one, this one, this one. So in source, I've given the name. Okay, then another div. Okay, in another div, I want to give the date. And I don't want this here poster. Source only, no any text, only this date. Okay, this is our title. Now I want to show this p tag. P tag means basically used for paragraph. Okay, so I want to use in p tag show my content. If you click on this and where is content, if you see here, you have any, yeah, this value, content field. Okay, this is your content data. Okay, now I want to use if you want to use any if you say like any anchor tag, so I can use URL also. You can give URL. This is the anchor tag, href. You can pass your URL variable. So here I want to pass my URL variable. So where you are variable, to see in this here it's coming the URL. So you can give the URL here. Now you can give some. This is the target. Sorry, target tag. I'm giving the target is like a blank. No, it will be redirect. If you click, if not given any target here, then it will be automatic. Open the new page. Okay. So here I'm giving the blank, and here I want to give something photo website. This is our tag. Okay. Now here I want to this. After that I want to check give show some author name, like who is created this. If dot true this content dot, we have the author variable here. If you see here, this is the author. If author is not null, okay, if author is not null, what you want to show here, I can show here this another div. Here is another div. I want to show this the main div and a small div. In a small div, I want to show the author name. Author. Connected. This dot your author. Okay, this is your footer basically. Okay, now if you want to show image here also, okay, so you can use your image also. Here we can give our img tag and same thing src, and this variable, same variable name, your image URL. This URL to image. We can put this. Okay. Now let's see how it look like. So then we can apply some CSS for look and fill. Let's check now. See, now just click on this. See how your image now looks like something. Okay, something's your source, your date, this content. Okay, and now it's showing the author name here. This variable link. Go to website. If you click on this, then it will be redirect on the main website. Okay, now let's some apply on this for look and feel. Here if you see When I click on this cancel button, it's not showing. If I click on this, then it will cancel. So on this, I did not apply on this my CSS. So if you want to use also here any basically here, if you want to apply this save, we don't require. But if you want to apply on cancel, so you can click on click and use your close method. This one, this here you can apply here basically. Okay. Now let me explain some about related to the getter method. Okay. So I hope everyone knows some getter method, but let me some apply how you can apply your get method something model, and you if you want to apply some model class. Okay. So here I want to creating one this model get model. Okay, and class. This is your model class. Here I want to return. This is the getter method. I want to use the class SLDS hyphen model. Okay. Then your variable name. This one means this variable name. If this open, this is the conditional formatting, conditional operator basically. If this is the open means is true, so I want to return my SLDS hyphen fed hyphen in hyphen open. Okay. Otherwise, I want to split the blank. This class where you use, you can use on your HTML tag SLDS class on the main SLDS class. Okay. So let me use this method. Okay. Here you can use this is your main. Okay. So you can use your class name here. If you check here, what sense is already fed. Okay. But if you want to directly use instead of this class, okay, then it will be same thing. Or you can directly put here, or you can use getter method here like this. This is the getter method. Okay.
Yeah, that means get we are using for under a class only for that.
Yes. For example, let me show. This is the our variable. This is the getter method. Okay. Both thing you can do. You can do hard coded, but in future, if you want to apply some CSS on the dynamically, here this is the dynamically. This is the variable name. Okay. So this is the getter method. When this is true, then it will be apply SLDS fed open and this one SLDS model class. This is I'm explaining. That's why in future, if you want to apply any dynamic CSS, you can do like this. Also, you can remove this. You can directly in single quotes. You can just copy and paste. That's it. But if you want to apply dynamic CSS, so you can do using the getter method also. Getter method basically whenever your variable value change, then it will be called here. So if
Okay,
you,
okay.
right now refresh, if you see, then same fade your it will be showing here, nothing changed. Okay. Now another same, if you want, so you can apply the same. You can apply some the your this one. Okay, this is the your for the footer, you can if you want to here I'm giving the directly hard coded. So okay, you can if you want you can same create the another getter method and you can apply like this. Okay. So this is our basically today. If you have any question, so you can, and you can if you want you can give you can change, you can small your this image size, you can give this source miss some bold. If you want you can give another miss on the basis of you how you can want to look like everything you can do that.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so you can this is the CSS part. Okay.
Yes, yes, that's right.
You can do everything. So this is your app basically now how it should look like. Anyone have any question?
Uh, that is completed. Then is there anything else on this
No,
part?
no, this is completed.
Okay.
Other things, if you want, you can apply CSS. You can
Oh, that's not even an issue.
yes.
Okay. Now I have a questions in
Uh,
integration part. Come on a postman.
okay.
Okay, just come above one. Where is comes response? It's the first line number.
Okay.
Okay. On here is the total result is showing 68.
Yes.
Okay, sometimes I have a seen under the news APIs. It's not to given a total results. It's a given a result by a paginations. Like a first page, under a first page have a some response like a 13 to 20 and 50,
Yes. Yes.
and given the in above one regarding the total results, given the second URL link.
Which one? This one?
Not to here. It's from first is the status is okay, and second is given the second as the next URL link, and
Yes.
provide the URL of that second page. And third is the article is the same like them, and under that the response. And we need to get it the also from a second page uh, response. Whenever is the second page URL is equal to null, whatever, I don't know the page of the how much pages, but
Yes.
it given the response like a pages.
So
Then
for
how we can
yeah.
get
For
that?
that, when you can apply the pagination part, here you can add the next page, and here can give the previous page. Okay, and
Okay, okay,
and
but
you can specify how many news it will be show on the first page. For example, you want to show the only 10 page.
no, not to I'm asking like that. This is the pagination part. It's a response getting a pagination like them.
No, but if you about asking about the API name, this is the free API. That's why it will not give all the whole result. It's showing here the total 68, but if you check here, it will be not the total 68 you
Yeah,
got.
yes, that's you are right, and that's the my question. If any response given like a pagination type,
Uh-huh.
then how we could handle this thing, like in a
No,
first page, just I'm not to suppose that how much is the pages getting in response. He will provide the in every response a URL in a above of that response, and in below is a response like a result is a 48 records and 30 records, and give the one URL in a first column like here is the total record counts, and the behalf of total record count, it provide a URL of a second page, and I'm hitting the second page URL, then it give a third page URL, and in below that is the result like is 30 records, and we get in the second page the URL, I'm hit that this URL, and so that the responses like here is the 30 results, but in a third page is that next URL is a blank. That's I am saying this, that is there nothing on a third page because the URL is blank. Then how could we handle those of things under that?
so when API is coming, right?
Yeah.
So in this the API when but in the I don't know other news API integration. Okay, so this one if you given the for example you want to use the total 60, right? 61 page and sorry, 31 page and 30 another page, and on the last page is something giving the blank, right?
Okay,
So
okay,
you
okay, okay. Can you copy paste this response, and I can explain them what is the issue of that. That's
okay.
could be you
But
can
I
help me.
want this basically this is the free API. That's why it's not given like
Yes,
this.
yes,
Yes.
that is the right. But I have a question that's I'm facing those of the issues and data time.
Okay. So,
Can you copy paste under the chat that I can explain the
yeah, let me send in the chat. But it's not. It's long response.
oh
That's
okay, okay, can you paste only for the line number 17? That's
line number 17.
first to 17.
Okay. Mhm. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashish, one query.
Yes.
If while retrieving this data,
Mm-hmm.
if there is a huge number of data we are getting, so if
Yeah.
it times out, okay,
Mm-hmm.
oh, how do we handle that timeout issues when
Actually,
we
timeout is not the part of this Salesforce. Okay. For example, if you check here, okay, so you have hit this API, right? And it's your server, basically third party server is giving the response and taking the time. And you go cross the 22 minutes, then it will be, you will get the error, the timeout error, right? So what you can do, you can this is the API, okay, so you can check the error, what is the error coming. If error is coming is timeout, then you can call this method again. For example, my error is coming the timeout. So here I have checked if this is equal to time out, okay. What should I do? I can call again this here, direct this method.
So, but if I call that again, it will retrieve the same results, right?
No, when it will be get the timeout, then it will be again call. If not come in the timeout, then it will be skip this part. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, you mean to say like, assume that I have a 30,000 records. Before timeout, it gave me a 20,000 records. After 20,000 records, it is giving the timeout. Okay. So
Yes.
as per this, we are calling the same method again. So for the second time when you are calling this method, it will retrieve the data from 20,000 to 30,000, or what will happen?
No, it will be give the again from starting.
Oh,
If no,
again from
yeah, it's no any way now we can hold that because that data is coming from the server side.
so
Okay.
if it is calling again for the entire 30,000, it
Yes.
might again get failed, right?
Yeah, maybe it will get the fail because
So that is my question is like that is what, how do we handle those things?
so this then we can talk our third party system. You can send the data in a, in a bulk
Batches.
format. Yeah, in bulk format. Yeah, you can in this scenario you can do also one thing. You can use the basically that one batch. Okay.
Okay, but
It's a
we will not be able to handle anything from Salesforce. Only
no,
the
no,
third party provider has
no,
to
no.
manage, right?
Yes, because this large amount data, and when server side sending the data, then we can do that. After that, we'll not getting the data, so we can't do anything.
Okay, okay,
Because everything is API do everything basically.
okay.
Okay, and let me stop this screen.
Can
Then
you go to that JS once, please? I have one
yes,
question, last question. Don't
Okay.
mind if I'm meeting your
No,
time.
no, 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 no. You can ask.
Here only, line number 28. See here, line number 28. See in the map, we are taking the each individual item, whatever we got in the result.
Yes.
So we are taking their ID, date, name, and at the 28, we are returning the object.
In a minute. Same.
Okay,
Same.
using a spread operator, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So using the here, I mean, like using this spread operator, are we concatenating the ID, name, and date along with the existing item? Is that correct? My
Yes.
understanding.
Correct. Yes. You correct.
We are concatenating the 3 attributes again with the existing item.
Yes, because if you see here in this, so here this is the data ID, right?
Hmm.
So what we are doing, we are changing this source ID data basically. Here we are changing this. If you see in some source, we are not able to get the ID.
Okay.
But for example, you have click on this this one. Here is not coming any ID, right? If you click on this, so how I know? Because this is the null. So
Okay.
I'm not able to handle this error.
Okay.
So that's why I'm creating my this ID and using this ID in this iteration here. Is we see here on this ID data point.id.
Okay. Coming to the show model
Mm-hmm,
in the JS.
Yes, okay. Here.
So what we are doing here, we are getting the data set item and we are iterating each, and we are checking the result ID is equals to the ID of that what we have got. Then we are copying that ID into the selected news. Okay.
Yes.
Selected news we will be showing in the model. Correct.
Model, right? Because we want only one record, not more than. Whatever you are click on this read more, only that record will show on the pop. That's
Okay,
why.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, this I have put it the response on there. Is the can you copy
This one?
paste? Yes.
This one?
No. I have posted on a chat.
Okay. Let me paste in the JSON format.
I
This
have
one.
posted 2 other response like them.
Same.
Okay, just yeah, like just in a first page I got the status is okay, and here is the next page URL is the page 2, and
Yes.
current page URL and previous page URL is null because I am the current page and previous page is nothing existing. And under the article we have a get the response number of the response like a 30 40 in
Right.
in one page, and that is the not a a full response of that. We need to full response of that. Let's go for the second page.
Second page, right?
Okay, and just I have a sender to other.
But okay.
Yeah.
So this for example, this is the second page, right? Next page basically.
Yeah, I don't know how much pages are existing on this
Right.
API.
Right. So when you click on this next page, okay, so you should click again do the same. You need to be hit this API and fetch again the data. Those are data using this API, news URL. Because this is the next. If you check here, this is the page URL, okay, and this is the previous URL. If you see a previous URL is null, but I don't think it will be the same URL for previous also. Is same?
Yeah, it's say it's I have a sent to other chats. You can copy that. That's you can.
This one.
Here is the 2 other responses on that.
Okay, let me stop recording.
And I suppose that after the finish call, you will share this link and quotes also.
Yes, yes. Not just now, but it will be take
yeah, it's
till
taken, it's the
till
taken a
EOD
time.
I will till EOD I will do it. Okay, I will send you a mail. If no anyone get the mail, please ping me on WhatsApp. Okay, let me share my all the social media and that details, so you can ping me on. I have one. I have my group also, so you can ping in group. Yeah, you can ping me on WhatsApp. Then I will share with you all the details and everything.
I have
Okay.
already your WhatsApp number, but I have not never messaged before that.
Okay, no problem. If you have any issue, you can ping me on WhatsApp. Okay, maybe sometimes I'm busy in my meeting, but
Yes,
definitely
yes,
when
yes.
I get free, then I will help.
Thank you so much.
Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your time. Bye bye. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, Ashish.